Hey everybody, Bonez here, Bonez Garage, just bringing you an update what's going on at the garage. So, 1969 Chevy Camaro SS 350, coming out great. We now have the whole dash apart, well the interior, so the dash, the center console, all of the heater duct vents for the defroster, the heater head unit is out. None of this was ever hooked up. It was just sat in there. None of the cables were hooked up, so it never actually worked. Also, the heater core, which is over here in the heater box, it was also never hooked up. So as you can see, we have all that off of the firewall and out from underneath the dashboard. There is our fender well for the front right, and there is our heater box cover for the firewall. There's our front bumper. And up there is our dash top, the cushion piece, and right over there is our bumper fill for the front of the car. And if we go inside the car, you can see basically everything is taken out of it. It's very bare and empty. So we're going to be putting all the new stuff in, including cutting out the dashboard to get the center vents in for the AC. Plus, we're probably going to be putting a new radio in. I'm going to find out tomorrow when the owner comes by. We're going to sit down and talk and see if we can get that done as well while we're under the dash. And then we'll clean up some of the wiring. There are a couple of places where people had cut into and used the crappy butt connectors, and you can see them right there. So we'll clean all that up and get that all nicely fixed. Get any bad connections fixed, get everything working, replace all the light bulbs in the dashboard. So this way everything is nice and new and you don't have to take it apart again to replace one bulb. Then we have underneath the hood where you can see the heater box cover with the motor is gone, the fan blower motor. The whole fender well is out. The bumper is off the front, and we also have the bumper fill that goes right over here, fender extension that goes right there. It's off too. So you can see everything is nice. Next thing we'll be doing is replacing this test fit Sandin 505 unit, the AC compressor. We'll be pulling this off and putting the one that goes on there for good. And another thing I wanted to show you is for the alternator bracket. We put these new brackets on, and at high RPMs and at idle, this alternator would just vibrate. And at high RPMs, it was actually pretty violent. Violent enough to where it made me figure that it might throw the belt off. And if that happens, then it's going to go hit the alternator belt and the compressor, the power steering and compressor belt, and throw those as well. So you might end up with a car that you can't drive. So one of the things we did, if you look right here, we made this nice little extension bracket right here, and that will keep this from shaking. As you can see, no matter how hard I push on it, it is not shaking back and forth. So we went ahead and fabricated that. And it's not that hard. All you have to do is put a hole in here, put a little bend over there, make a twist right there, put another hole right there, and then cut a little bit of the bracket out so that it clears the exhaust manifold. And it comes out really nice, and it holds it really good and steady. So this way, this does not vibrate violently. And also with vibrations like that, it does fatigue the metal. And you can end up with a crack somewhere in the metal and the alternator just actually falling off. So got that all taken care of, and yeah, it's coming out nice. Here's some of the old parts we have taken off the car. There's the old rear differential, the carrier, the ring gear, the pinion gear, all the parts that go in there. We put 2 new U-joints in the drive shaft. The drive shaft right now is over at the drive shaft company making sure it's well balanced and it's nice and straight and everything's in phase. There's our old motor mounts. That's our old steering gearbox, our old starter that was having troubles working, some of the old pulleys, the old transmission crossmember, the old brake power booster and master cylinder. There's another set of gears because we had, this month we've done a lot of rear ends. We probably put about 6 rear ends together this month for people. So yeah, it's been a lot of work. And then here's a bunch of the new stuff for the AC system. And yeah, it's coming along really good. There's some more of the parts for this car sitting on the shelf, getting ready to go in. That is the differential that we put in here. So there you go, guys. That's what's going on. I will talk to you real soon. Have fun, and I will keep you up to date as we go on this car. Okay, bye.